This video is going to go over the so-called claim that in the 9 herbs charm that there are 7 worlds. This is actually a grand mistranslation. Alright, and we're going to go into why that is the case. Let's go on. Filla and finilla, fella mixu twa, tha wirta jesheop weti drichten, hali on helvenum, tha he hungura, setta and sanda, on selven worlde, ermum and adium, ealum to bota. And here we have my translation. Fill, or thyme, or time actually, and finilla, or fennel, many mighty too, when herbs shaped witty lord, holy in heavens, then he hung, set and sent in 7 to the world, for all the poor and wealthy as penance. To examine this much more closely, as we see here in the line where it says Weorold, we have to bear in mind, what does the world mean in Old English? The word world, or Weorold in Old English and its variants, it literally means man age, or if you will, age of man. And I have a cognate right here in Old High German of Weorold. Weorold. And yes, back then in Old High German, a W was a dub, like an English W, and the whole idea of it sounding like a V sound came much later in early New High German. Alright, so let's move on. So according to the Bosworth-Toller Anglo-Saxon Dictionary, world in Old English meant the material world, the state of existence, whether the present state has to do with time, temporal as opposed to spiritual, the future state, activity on the earth regarding men and things, an age, a person's lifetime, the course of human affairs. It doesn't say anything about that the word world meant planet, or as we say in today's English, when we say, oh, those worldly things, that's almost like saying secular things, if you will, or in this world, it's like saying in this age, or in this, or what have you, or when you talk about time, if I were to say something in modern English like, oh, the world of the 1980s, or the world of the, of the Carolingians or something like that. In the world of, we're talking about time, right? And we're using this word world. I will put the link for this entry down below where you can read it for yourself, all right? Let's move on. Now that we got the word world out of the way, let's go into the grammar. So we have the grammar here. We have 2 places. We got Heofon and we got Weorold. So the difference between these 2 words here, that Heofon is in the plural dative. So if I were to translate Heofon literally, it'd be heavens, plural, and it'll be dative, meaning the indirect object. All right. The same for Weorold, but Weorold doesn't have the so it is a singular dative. And let us look at some declension tables, because why not? So we have the dative here in the singular. As we have here, because we have, it's talking, because the text is talking about placing and sending, or have set and sent to, in 7 to the world, to the world. Excuse me. So, and if it was worlds, if this was plural, it would have the end of it would have had but it doesn't. It doesn't, because there's a final e. As shown here and whatnot. And just to go over Heofon, plural dative. This is not plural dative. This is dative singular. So let's move on. So, and here we have this question of on Selvon, 7 what? We gotta bear in mind what this thing actually says. It says filla and finilla, tha wurtas jesheop weti drichten. So when the wise lord created or shaped these plants, and then skipped to in 7 to the world. So we're talking about plants here. So in 7, what's 7 plus 2? Well, 7 plus 2 equals 9. Guys, it's right in front of us. In conclusion, world in Old English does not mean planet. you know, or what have you, or if you will, like loka in Sanatana Dharma, but meant time, state of existence, etc. Has to do with time and age and stuff like that. A yuga, if you will. You know, it would be more accurate to call a world a yuga, if you will, like Sati Yuga, Kali Yuga, or what have you. And Weorold found that text is in the plural. Sorry, pardon me, is in the dative singular, or singular dative. So it's definitely not talking about more than one anyway. And the notion that, you know, what this text is, you know, so we have fylla, which is time, the plant, and then you got finula, which is fennel, yeah. So we got those two plants, and we have the mention of 7. 7 plus 2 equals 9, hence 9 herbs charm. So the idea that this text claims that, oh, there are 7 worlds or whatnot is debunked. You know, it's quite sad how you have some really sincere Anglo-Saxon pagans who get into this stuff, and then they look at the text and then they see a bad translation and they think that's it. This is why people should learn Old English, so they don't get accidentally cheated or what have you, or just you know very well. People can be very innocent in getting into this stuff, and then you know, because of course not everyone knows Old English well, and that's okay. I mean, you know, there's always room for improvement. But when it comes to, you know, spirituality and whatnot, and it's good to know this stuff inside and out, so you make sure that, you know, it's airtight, so you know what you're getting yourself into. Or alternatively, I really hope this is not the case, but there are people that purposely put out false information just to confuse people, or they have this modern idea that like everyone has their own truth and whatnot, and like, oh, we Anglo-Saxon pagans, we believe in 7 worlds and not 9 worlds, haha, Norsey. That's just you know, that's just uncalled for and is silly, and it's just sectarianism for no reason, you know, other than filling the own ego. It's just nonsense, really. All right, so 7 worlds is debunked, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you're new, and if you really like the channel, please become a patron at my Patreon page down below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.